Look, this is coming from a place of love, but there's some really dumb stuff that you're continually doing that's keeping you broke. How do I know? Because I used to do those dumb things myself. Hey, can you do us a small favor? Could you please hit that subscribe button? Thank you. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Lloyd. Thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World of Wealth, where we discuss all things finance at the level of a primary school. Anyone can understand this. All right, so first up, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, please seek the advice of a professional financial advisor. So let's get into this video. Now, look, there's some stuff I did when I was a little younger that I see many of you who I care so much about. You're making the same mistakes that I made regarding money when I was younger. So let's very quickly go through a few of these things and let's see if I can assist you in breaking some of these habits. All right. First up, stop buying dumb shit. Seriously, just stop buying all this stuff that you ultimately don't need. You will probably never wear. And if you wear it, you may have worn it once. Now, why am I saying that? The truth is, for you to start building your financial future, you are going to need a few things. And one of those things is money. If you are gainfully employed, meaning if you have a job, if you have a company, if you are an exec, regardless, you are going to need money to build your financial future. Now, I don't know about you, but I know back in the day what I used to do is I found myself buying a whole lot of nonsense that I was buying for the wrong reasons. One, I was buying them to impress people, I believe. I think I was buying them because the marketers were really good at marketing stuff to me. And also I was buying them because I didn't really have a plan for my financial future. So the first thing I want to say to all of you is please stop buying dumb shit. You know, you don't need 100 shirts or 50 pairs of pants or 40 pairs of sneakers because you can't wear them all. It's just not possible. You are actually just throwing away your money. If you have a plan for that money, I guarantee you it's going to be much harder for you to simply waste it. So please stop buying dumb shit. More importantly, stop buying things to impress persons who don't even know you. Look, if you see a nice car drive past, are you going to say, I wonder who's driving that car? Or are you saying to yourself, I wish I was in that car driving it? We buy a lot of things because we think they're going to impress people and give people the impression that we're wealthy. B, we think we need them when we only want them, and those are two huge differences. And 3, we're buying them because the people who are paid millions and millions of dollars to study our psychology so they can teach us how to buy stuff, market stuff to us, buying stuff we don't actually need, are very good at their jobs. So what do I suggest? 1, I'm going to say it again, stop buying dumb shit. Stop buying the things you don't need. Buy what you need. Occasionally you can treat yourself, but you don't need to buy everything you see on Amazon or eBay or wherever. You just don't. You don't need it. And that money can be used to build your financial future, eventually creating financial freedom on people, eventually making you rich, and then that could lead to wealth. Don't worry, I'm not condemning you because I used to do it. I used to buy a whole lot of crap that I didn't need until I realized, what am I doing? I don't need all this clothes. I don't need all these shoes. I don't need any of this stuff. What am I doing with this stuff? And in many instances, I remember having shirts that still had the tag on them that I never wore. Don't waste your money on stuff. Second thing. Now, there's a whole group of people who make a lot of money off us. You know how they make the money off us? I call them financial gurus. Well, they're not really gurus. They're mostly financial con artists. And I'm not knocking these people. They got to make their money. But, anyone that comes to you and tells you, I can make you rich within 6 months or a year or a month, run! Just run! Because there's a 99.99999% possibility that it can't be done. Anything that sounds too good to be true is pretty often too good to be true. It's just not. So anyone who comes up to you or you see on YouTube or anywhere, they were telling you, hey, if you follow this, you're going to make this money. Oh man, you're going to be rich. You're going to make in 50, 100, 200K a month. They're lying to you. Or they're trying to sell you something. And I'm not knocking these people. They got to make their money. They have their families to feed. But I don't want you to fall for the con. Now, how do you normally know these people? Because they all kind of have the same MO. Let me explain. They're normally standing up in front of a car. Something, fancy and new. Or they're in front of a large home, a mansion. They're on a jet plane, or they're sitting on a jet, or they're stepping off a jet plane. They have wads of cash, all kinds of bling. Run from these people. Okay? It is almost impossible, unless you win the lotto, for you to get rich overnight. It just doesn't really happen in the real world. It doesn't happen. The other thing that they tend to do is they tend to knock people who have a job. Those 9-to-5ers, those losers. No, you're not a loser. You have a job. If you have a financial base, there's a way for you to generate income and create financial freedom, people. So I fell for it. I remember there was the pyramid scheme that I fell for in Jamaica many years ago and lost a lot of money. The promise was, if you put in $25,000 within a month, we're going to give you $25,000 on your $25,000. And I fell for it. Look, anyone who's telling you that they can make you rich overnight, they're lying to you. Okay? It's not an alternative truth. Them a tell you lie. It can't work. It doesn't happen. Usain Bolt didn't become Usain Bolt overnight. Michael Leachin didn't become Michael Leachin overnight. Warren Buffett, it just doesn't work. You're going to have to put your shoulder to the wheel and do some work, people. So avoid these people. They're just trying to make money off of you. And like I said, I'm not knocking them. They got to make their paper. That's what we're all trying to do. But I don't want you to fall for the con, because I fell for the con. I lost everything. Don't do it. Meaning everything that I had put into that ridiculous scheme. Anyone that comes to you and tells you that they can make you rich overnight, run. I'm telling you this because I genuinely care about you and I like you a lot. Me love you know. Me don't want this happen to you because it happened to me. Okay? So my Caribbean people, my Jamaican people, my diaspora, listen to me. If you come to you and tell you, say you can't get rich overnight if you just do this and do that and pay for this, and run. Just run. Run. Immediately. Run. Okay. Now, one of the other things that we all do, and I certainly did it for many, many years, and sometimes I still have to catch myself because sometimes I find I'm still kind of doing it, is this. The way we see money. Now, a lot of us kind of think that money is something that, it's hard to acquire, because many of us, people in Jamaica and the Caribbean, we heard our parents or our grandparents or our cousins or our aunts, or we heard Jamaicans around us and Caribbean people around us saying stuff like, where you expect me to find it? Money don't grow on tree, right? I can't afford it, or we can't afford it. Now listen, I get it. Most of us are terrified of the concept of money, and we are fearful of money. First of all, let me tell you that that's perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, your instinct kicks in. Fear is a good thing in many respects. The problem is you can't let fear dominate you. Now, money's not a bad thing. Money's not a good thing. It's a thing. It's an object. It has no emotion. It's neither here nor there. People who acquire money don't have to be evil. Wanting to have money doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're a normal human being, because the fact is you cannot exist in today's world without having money. So be mindful of how you think about money and what you think about money. And now, I'm not talking about magical stuff, because I'm not a big believer. I'm going to be honest with you. But I want you to be mindful of what you think. So if you say to yourself, boy, I'm never going to have money, you're never going to have money. If you say to yourself, I'm a loser, you're probably going to end up being one. If you say to yourself, I will never be able to own that house, or I'll never be able to have that, or A, try to be positive about your outlook on your own life and how you see the world. B, money is not a bad thing. It isn't. It's something you need. It's simply a tool. Like a hammer is a tool. Like a saw is a tool. Like a drill is a tool. It's just a tool. Now, I find the best way to counteract our fears of money is very simple. Educate yourself. Find people or books or stuff. I mean, my favorites started with the Richest Man in Babylon. I thought that was a great book. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. There's some really good books on money. Or you find your favorite YouTuber who is actually telling you the right stuff. Educate yourself and money will not be as terrifying as it is. See, if you are fearful is actually a good thing. You know, when your instinct says don't go down the road and it ends up helping you, being fearful is natural because you don't want to lose ton loads of money. So those are three quick things that I wanted to talk to you about. One, stop wasting time. Stop spending your money on dumb stuff. Just stop doing it. Please don't do it. Okay? Two, be mindful of what you think, say, and express. Three, anyone who comes to you and tells you that they can make you rich overnight, run. I'm not even joking, just run. Because in the real world, that just doesn't happen. The possibility of that happening is like 1 in a billion. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is highly improbable. So, I hope you find this helpful. Thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World of Wealth. My name is Peter Lloyd. Please hit the subscribe button. And remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless up.